Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to install an anti-gravity batteries ATX-30 lithium-ion battery using a GreyMarket battery tray. We're going to show you how to get rid of your crusty old battery, replace it with brand new components like this. Let's go. Alright, so the anti-gravity batteries is a cool battery. It has a restart technology where I believe when it reaches a certain set point of charge, meaning a low charge, it'll completely cut off the battery and save itself from going completely dead. And you're simply able to press this button right here to jump start your battery. So it's a built-in safety feature. You can see right here it's called restart technology. Really cool battery. I've never experienced one myself, but they're supposed to be pretty nice. And it's super light. I mean, I'll get a weight on that in a second. The terminals here are purchased separately in order to be able to use factory terminal style connections. So just a word for the wise on that one. The GreyMarket tray is really cool. It's developed by some NSX owners local to SoCal, developed specifically for this ATX-30, which is the larger option for anti-gravity. I believe there's a smaller option, which they also make a tray for. You can buy all of this set up on quiaautomotive.com. All right, the AntiGravity ATX-30, let's get some weights here. The battery with the terminals comes in at 3 pounds, 9 ounces. And the GreyMarket battery tray comes in at 1 pound, 1 ounce. All right, first to gain access to the battery, you're going to want to remove the spare tire if you have it. I believe there's a thumb screw in the middle of the spare tire that's bolted to this area. Remove the spare tire, and then you're going to want to access the 10mm bolt that's right here and 4 10mm nuts on the bottom. This car was missing that one. Once you remove those 5 fasteners, you can take out your spare tire holder. Then you'll have access to your battery. So now you'll want to remove these 10mm nuts on either side, holding in the rods that hold in this battery stay. Next, you can pull off this stay, hopefully. I should mention you may want to remove the negative terminal first as the very first step. You do not want to make bridge connection, like if you're using a wrench or something. This one is supposed to have a rubber cover over the positive terminal. If you bridge connection, it'll spark. So you do probably want to disconnect the battery first, disconnect the negative terminal first in order to remove power from the equation. These rods have a hook on the end and they go down into the slot and you turn them in order to lock them in. So that's how those work. Disconnect the negative terminal. This one I had to do is aftermarket. This is not OEM, so I had to remove these ones instead of this one. This one's kind of stuck on here. So now once this is disconnected and not touching, you can touch the positive terminal. So hopefully this one comes off. It's a little crusty. All right, with the battery disconnected, you're going to go ahead and pull it out. All right, taking a look at the GreyMarket battery tray for the AntiGravity ATX-30. We have 4 main pieces here. The tray itself, 2 uprights, and a strap that goes across the center to secure the battery. This is machined just right to allow you to fit the ATX-30 and access the restart button in the middle as well. The uprights are going to fit right here. And the hardware to provide you with is 2 countersunk screws of the short version. Those are going to go on the bottom, through the bottom, attached to these uprights. The 2 button head Allen will go through the top like this and secure the battery into these stands. And these 2 longer ones, this side is going to go on the left side as you're looking at the engine bay. This is going to go on US passenger side, shorter. The longer one's going to go on US driver side. And the reason is because it has to go through the existing holes right there. So that was double layered right there. There's a layer on top and a layer with a gap in the middle. And that's why you have to have a longer bolt with a nut on the bottom. This one is single layer right there. And that's why you have a shorter screw with a nut as well. So no drilling. We're going to install it right now. Should be very, very simple. So let's go ahead and start assembling. So we're going to go ahead and grab the short countersunk bolts. Thread this rod in. They do provide you with an Allen wrench. It does need to go backwards because positive is on the right side, or the left side of the vehicle, right side as you're looking in the engine bay or the front bay. And this will go right on top. The customer installed these on the rear posts, but I think they should probably go on the front posts. So we're going to transfer those over. These are 19 millimeter. Go ahead and snug these up, not too tight. Put these covers on the back now. All right, so one note, I have this fully assembled and fully tightened, and the battery does shift a little bit, as you can see. So I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape in between this piece and the bottom and the battery, and maybe on the bottom as well, just to kind of make it a little bit tighter of a fit. So I do have this foam tape here. It's probably like 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter thick. I think that should be enough. Let's see how it goes. Much, much better. So just a little bit. GreyMarket, if you're watching, typical other battery stays like this. They have a fully threaded rod, so you can tighten it and it could fit on various different batteries. This is obviously just made for this one battery, but it's off by probably 1 or 2 millimeters. So that's why I would recommend either they ship it with some foam padding or machine it, adjust the dimensions of the machining. All right, so as far as insulation goes, I was right in that you do need to fully assemble it before putting it in there. You cannot access this upper Allen bolt with this blower in the way, so you need to fully assemble it. I slid it all the way back and the bolt holes will line up. You can see right there. So again, the longer bolt is going to go on the right, shorter bolt on the left. You do need to have your car up and off the ground so you can access the nuts to go on the bottom. So important, I did drop a screw in that, the countersunk screw in that side, and I did drop it in the other side as well, so I can make sure that before I fully tighten one side, either side depending on which side you work on, before you fully tighten it, you do want to insert the screw in both sides, make sure that the holes are lined up, then go underneath and attach the nuts on both sides. So we got that side in, and we have that side in. So let's go underneath the car. Before you go underneath the car, you want to have your Allen wrench handy so you can hold the top of the screw along with the nuts and a 10 millimeter socket or wrench. So this side is the driver's side. Reach around to the top side, put my finger on the Allen screw and keep it in place while I tighten this down. Okay, now we're going to do the same for the other side. All right, so we have both nuts in tight. The battery tray should be fully on. You can give your battery a wiggle, make sure that it's tight, and mine is. Next, you're going to want to make sure the battery wiring attaches and reaches to the battery just fine on both sides. In this case, we installed an HCE battery cutoff switch. So I need to make sure that it works, and I did make sure I tried it. So we're going to go ahead and attach it now. We're going to attach the positive first and then the negative. Give your terminals a good jiggle. Make sure they're on tight. In this case, HCE provides a rubber cover for the negative. So that does it for the install of the anti-gravity battery and GreyMarket battery tray. Overall, a pretty nice product. Just one note on the tightness of the battery. You probably don't want that knocking around in there. But overall, nice product, and would recommend it. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video.